We are live, people. Welcome to Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Oh, Kerry Harper's here already.
Don't mess about.
Welcome. So we've got our hour of talk as usual. I hope everyone can hear me and see me, which is the most important thing. I'm just going. Oh, little kitty! I'm just going to address the elephant in the room.
That's a cat.
No, it's an elephant. It's definitely an elephant.
Small, far away.
I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. The recent debacle that happened between certain fellows and exchanges of videos has now been resolved. Everybody is happy. Apologies have been made to me by the perpetrators and by the comment sections of certain pages. So everything is fine and dandy. The videos have been deleted and all is good on the Western Front. Good. So let's see who's in the house. Angharad's Life is here. If you don't know who Angharad, she was in CBeebies. She was a presenter on CBeebies. She's got vision impairment. She's got her own YouTube channel, and she's amazing. Trapped in the Matrix. Vegan Gaze is going live too. I don't know if I like GVG that much. Oh wait, I'm still a mod. Just flick between us, or if you're ADHD, just watch them both at the same time. Guess I'm staying trapped in the Matrix. Yeah, it's not often I do live, so come on. Yeah, you need a bit of variety in your life, don't you? Veganic Graham, who's he? Who's that?
Graham is vegan.
Hey?
I think he likes potatoes.
Does he? Is he the potato guy? If you don't get a potato clock, you don't get the job. It's an old joke. I might tell it later. Vainamoinen, cat. Roger Yates, Earthlings. Calling all Earthlings. We demand what? We demand to see a video of the makeup sex. Don't laugh. I got in trouble for laughing. Don't laugh. Stop it. Thank you very much, Angharad's Live set. Right, let's bring on the other inmates of this grumpy prison. I don't know why I'm going down this line. So we've already got Veganic Graham on. We've got Friendly Vegan Laura. We've got Plant Powered Dad. Didn't manage to get on Reddit. And we've got Mr. Andy himself. Not your mum, not your milk. How are we, people?
Doing well, mate. Doing well. How are you?
First of all, who's not hungover in the four of you at the moment? So just you, Graham, again. Any more of it, and you will be banned from these streams.
I play for keeps.
Do you want to tell the people what time you finally finished your last drink?
It was about 5 or 6 this morning.
About 5 or 6. Wow. You know what I was doing at 5 or 6 this morning? I was driving a truck full of wine. So we were sort of doing similar things, but you were carrying yours in your stomach, and I was carrying mine in a truck. You know. Yeah. So, Andy, you're the instigator of this stream. What are we talking about?
What we were going to talk about ways that we can use talents potentially that we already have, or explore talents that people don't realize that they can already use as ways of activism. So just for example, I enjoy writing. I never used to enjoy writing for anyone but me. Once upon a time, that would be something that I'd write down on a piece of paper when I felt crap, scrumple it into a ball and chuck it in the bin. Whereas now I kind of put it into, I don't know, poetry that I put into a video and put out there. And it's a form of activism. And most people that have got a talent naturally enjoy their talent, even if they kind of don't think anyone else will. And there's so many different ways that you can already do something that you already enjoy doing, or you're naturally gifted at doing, that can actually be a form of activism, whether that's poetry, whether that's art, whether that's baking cakes or whatever, and then using them to fundraise. there's so many different ways that we can use our natural talent. So that's kind of the subject for today: creativity and how we can use it.
Creativity. Some people have got buckets of it. Some people have got zero. So,
You got-
by the way, folks, you can turn your phone sideways. I think it will adapt. Do you want to try it, Laura? Hello there,
Hey,
Tammy.
Hello, beautiful.
There you go. Look at that.
Hi.
Check it out. Oh, Andy's just
Andy.
gone sideways.
I'm upside down.
And Andy's just stuck to the wall like Spider-Man.
Andy, have you got your?
Why can't
Have you got?
Have you got your thing button on your phone done?
Your road.
Yeah, have you got your phone set to auto rotate, mate?
I've just managed to get some of your. There you go. Look at that. It's a nicer picture, you see.
I like being
It's
Spider-Man.
better. I've been Spider-Man.
You like walking up the walls, did you?
Yeah, that was cool. Hang on, let me tighten this up a little bit now.
Right. So yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's sort of working. I'm just going to try. But I'm just going to try and share the screen on this entire screen. There we go. Sweet. Oh shit! You can see all my emails there. Stop sharing. Woo. You can see all the Greater Manchester Police. Notice of impending fucking. Oh
Doom.
God. Notice of impending doom. Notice of impending prosecution. But yeah, most of that's working, mate. So that's pretty good. We do have another guest on, and it's the Viking Queen.
Yeah, brilliant.
So she's waited in the wings. I said we'd bring her on in about 3 minutes. Viking Queen, if you're there. The Real Thing has joined us. Tone has joined us. Sophia Bestweet has joined us. Yeah, it's all good, mate. So,
Grumpy, you do know that's Graham's wife, don't you? She's got multiple.
yeah, and no, I don't. I don't know who the frig anybody is half the time. Even the Viking Queen is called the voice of the animals. It's
Yeah.
like, I've no idea.
Who's
Veganic
it?
Graham, V George, the friendly vegan, the lovely vegan, Laura, plant powered dad, Kev P. It's like, there's only Andy. Oh, not your mum, not your milk. And what's your other one that you've got?
Well, my other account's Help Going Vegan, but that's just the name of the website.
Help Going Vegan, yeah. So, people, how are you guys using your talents to get the vegan message out there? Let's go to Graham first, who likes to get drunk on TikTok. Now, tell us all about this, Graham. Tell us what you actually do. Tell us what the score is on this.
On Excuses Bingo?
Yeah. Tell us all about it. It's really
um,
interesting. It's something people can do for fun.
Yeah, that's it. It's every Friday night at 8. We go live on TikTok. We have a typical Excuses Bingo card with things like B12, the usual excuses for not entertaining talks of veganism. And every time somebody makes one of these excuses, we all take a drink.
Right.
So you can imagine that we're fairly done by
depending
about
on
20
the
minutes in.
chat and, how many
So
people you've got in? It can get messy. quite
I
quick.
think you pretend that there's more polls going on. So you're like, oh, there's another one.
There's some corruption.
Yeah.
Or you get people like me coming on and just listing B12 16 times and then just jumping off the line. You know what I mean?
So now it doesn't work. Only works once.
But no, I think it's good to show the masses that veganism can be fun and is fun and it's for everyone.
Yeah, it's just a very light-hearted way of dealing with the monotonous things that come up every single day. I mean, all of a sudden, crop deaths has a completely different meaning in bingo. Like it's not the here we go again. It's drink.
It's a positive rather than a negative, and I think when you've had all week of BS, it's just nice to. Not
Yeah,
that I've had
when you say BS, what exactly do you mean?
bullshit. Dealing with trolls and carnists and the like, the exploiters. It's nice to take a break from it.
and have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
Look at Kev, look
Masculine.
at Kev. He's just like he's in a world of his own. He's just like
No, the kids are shouting on the background, so I've got my mic on mute for a little bit until they
it's
calm down.
It's all right. We accept we've all got like
Yeah,
real
well,
lives away from.
James is playing a game on Roblox, and all he's shouting is, "I've got a McDonald's, I've got a McDonald's." So I didn't think that would be very appropriate.
Yep. But you see, the thing is, this just tells us a lot about everyday life. It's about your son, a vegan, is being exposed to McDonald's, playing a
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
For what age group? Roblox. Isn't that about like something like 4 to about 8 years old?
Yeah, he's 4.
So it's like McDonald's are infiltrating everywhere, really, aren't they?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, the brand is just absolutely everywhere. You can't escape it. And it's like watches YouTube videos and stuff of people like doing these daft like Happy Meal at 3 a.m. Videos. You know, like the scary ones. They're not really that scary, but obviously it's like horror Woody and stuff in the box. Now he's obsessed with getting Happy Meals and stuff. It's just like,
Shall we?
But yeah.
Shall we talk about Viking Queen before we bring her on?
Why not?
On that note, though, quickly, just thinking of Happy Meals, I mean, you would definitely make a better burger than anything that McDonald's is physically capable of doing.
Oh.
So is there no way? I'm sure if you did a quick Google on like how to make not origami, would it? But like some sort of fold-up cardboard box, and just put some stuff on it. Maybe just you could even do it like a colour in. So he's still getting it as like a happy
Like the experience,
meal, but
yeah.
actually is happy. It's the experience that kids like. That's exactly it. It's the toy, the box, the opening it. Yeah, you could recreate that without any exploitation. Still, yeah.
Great idea.
Even we could make it even better. There's some garbage toy that doesn't even do anything. You could put all sorts in it.
Made in China. Just quickly before you bring the wonderful Viking Queen on. When I babysat yesterday, I was reading The Little One, a book, and it was a farm book, and it had the story, the mummy and the cow and the calf, and they're all lovely together, and I just think, oh god. And then there was chickens, and then with the chick, and you have to basically find the animals, those books that you uncover. And I was on TikTok live at the time, and I was reading it, but the real version. So I was like, here's the chick goes in the macerator, here's the car. Yeah, and I was like, that's reality. Like, why do we lie to children, honestly? I mean, I know why we lie to children, so the industries, continue to make billions and billions and billions and billions of pounds of dollars. But it's just like, come on.
I mean, let me tell you a little story about my son. I'm driving down the road. He's in his chair. He'd only just started talking. Like he'd been talking for about 6 or 7 months, and he turns around and he goes, "Dad, what's an orgasm?" And I goes, I said, it's the smallest form of life, son.
Great answer.
Quick thinking.
Did he say, don't ask your mum because she doesn't know either?
Dan, you mentioned small there. Is that frightening slip?
Yeah, well, it could be. Yeah, it could be. But the point of that is that yes, sometimes we do have to lie to children. Sometimes there's things that we feel we shouldn't tell them about. But once we get to school age, I think it's like, religion, history, whatever. It's all open to kids, and don't hold back. And I think children have the right to know about the food. It should be the first thing taught. I mean, in some countries, sacrificing animals for religious purposes is the normality, and kids stand there and watch it happen. I mean, what a defence that is against these people, you know, who come past a We the Free or AV event and say, "Oh, you're going to traumatise children" when they see that going on those screens. And I'm like, well, are they really? Are they really? You've got children living through wars in Syria and the Ukraine, and they're seeing all sorts of things, but they're not coming out totally traumatized. You know, it's shocking, and kids are very resilient. The kids can go through a lot and come out the other side. You know, they see the honesty. They don't see the bullshit that we try and layer it up. You know.
Yeah, it's black and white with children, isn't it? There's no grey area.
And they'd often want to, they want to seek out the truth. They're the ones who want to watch, who want to see. Like our two wanted to watch Gary Roski in Dominion. But during Christmas there, we were like, maybe not, but they wanted to see the truth behind what's going on, really. I think kids in general, even when you see them walking down the street beside cubes of truth, it's always the kids turning around and stopping and watching, and the parents are the one trying to get out of the situation.
Pretty sad.
Our Kerry here says everyone should see how their food is made, then make the decision of whether it's okay or not. Does that include going to slaughterhouses as well, Kerry?
Well, the problem with that, Kerry, is that regardless of whether you decided it was okay or not, it would never make it okay. What about their decision in the matter?
Yeah.
I mean, we could say that about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like to beat up dogs, you might think that that's okay, and you might decide that that's okay. It's never going to necessarily make it okay across the board. People do accept certain things. Serial killers think that murder is okay. It's not. It never will be, but they think it's okay. So it's not really okay. I mean, I understand what you're trying to say. And obviously, if people had to go to a slaughterhouse, like instead of Tesco, that was the method to go and buy animal flesh. You had to go to the slaughterhouse and kind of watch the process, and you'd wait at the end of the line and get the remains. Yeah, it would make changes, but people still wouldn't see the fundamental wrong. They'd see the cruelty, they'd see the sadness, the suffering, they'd see the things that it's not.
See, I was just about to say that, and then you start going down a welfare route, don't you? Well, we could do it nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That's what you try and eliminate. Yeah.
Just a quick note to any mods who's modding for me today. Don't block anything. Only block spam. Anybody who's spamming comments. Personal insults. That's it. Just them are the only ones to block at the moment. If anyone's calling me a handsome bastard, you can leave them on as well. That's okay. I don't class as a personal insult. Right. Okay. So. Let me tell you about why we've got onto this subject. So, the Viking Queen. Right. First of all, Andy, you and Kev do a lot of poetry between you, and I think actually Graham's done a bit of poetry as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you were quite prolific on the poetry side, Andy, I must say.
Amazing.
That's right.
Do you want me to put a little video up?
And that's why I sent you a selection, because like I don't like picking who's best or which best person or any of this stuff, like a best video of someone or a best poem from someone. So I just thought if I sent you a load, you could just do either selection or you pick or whatever. So the only ones that I emailed you were Kev's, because some of those aren't up.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to do the dog one with Kev. This is how long ago did you do this one, Kev?
Oh, I wrote it about 2 years ago, and I think it got uploaded about maybe 9 months ago.
It's the first poem. I didn't know who Kev was when I found that poem. It just popped up on my For You page, and I think Laura sent it to me. Maybe someone sent it to me, and I was just like, "Oh wow, another poem." That was the first time me and Kev ever spoke.
I said, "Oh, Andy, you've got competition." He went, "No, I haven't. That's me, mate."
No, we'd already spoken then. Yeah. So someone else must have sent it to me.
Right.
That was the very first poem of Kev's that I ever came across.
So just before we, because I think some of the videos with the Viking Queen are your poetry, aren't they, Andy?
Only one, and then one's your one, and then one was I picked Georgie's one.
Okay, well we'll play all three of them, but in the meantime, I'll bring on Viking Queen before we play it. So I hope she's there. Is that the Viking Queen in Sweden?
I'm here. Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Hey, girl.
Hi, Melissa.
Tjena.
Tjena, that means
Tjena.
hello.
That's
Swedish
hello.
for hello. Tjena.
Jenna.
Yes.
Tjena, everybody.
Tjena. Yeah, tjena.
So, have you heard of what we've been talking about?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do
I
now
have.
is I'm going to play one of Kev's poems, and then we'll have a little chat, and then I'm going to play a couple of your songs that Andy wrote and that I wrote, and we're going to play those, and then we're going to have a little chat about it and about how you are open to people sending you lyrics, and you will turn them into a song.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll have a
Fine.
little chat about that. But in the meantime, what we'll do is we will share this. Here's your big debut, Kev, your big debut. Share the audio. I've got to make sure I share the audio. Right, so... Oh, browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see... Oh my God, let's see what's going on here. This is no good. We don't like technical issues on this. Let's see if I go on that. Right, let's try again. Yes, but I didn't. You know what I didn't do? I didn't click
Press the
these.
button.
I didn't click the sound.
Ah.
I didn't click the sound. You know,
Oh, granddad.
you people don't help me, do you? You know, you don't like sort of like fill in. Oh, it can't do it with the sound. Why is that happening?
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on there.
We need the sound more than anything.
It's on my TikTok page. Have you got access to that, Danny?
Yeah, that might work. Just one second. I
thinking.
don't know why it's doing that, unless it's
I
because
think-
it's not.
I think the thumbnail is a husky standing on top of a pig,
Right, one second.
which doesn't sound very vegan, but it is.
They were in a sanctuary and they were friends. It's fine.
Kind of piggyback.
So,
Yeah.
Tiki Toki. Right, so which account is it, Kev?
Plant Powered Dad.
Plant Daddy. Have you heard anything since from that lady? Oh, good.
Not really, no. Every now and then I get a like, but that's about it.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Come on, spill the beans.
Kev had an admirer.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, there was a.
An admirer that had absolutely no scruples whatsoever, even when it's like my wife sat next to me.
She's like, it's fine.
I'm like,
She's like, it's fine. My husband's downstairs. I was like, wow, this is not a conversation I was prepared for tonight.
You see,
Terrible.
this is what happens, people, when you are vegan and male, because there's too many single vegan females out there and not enough single vegan men out there. So, yeah.
Well, even the married ones are swayed. Clearly.
Right, let's have a look. Yeah, right. Whereabouts is it, Kev? Do I need to go down more?
Is that my page? That's not my page.
I was going to say, Kev, when you start doing all this.
Oh,
I
hang
know.
on a minute. I know what I've done. I didn't go on.
There we go.
I just went under the name. Right.
So flattering, some of those thumbnails.
Stop in the middle. Can you see that husky on top of the pig? That
There
one.
it is,
Yeah.
just having it. That's
There.
There we go.
I am a dog, it's plain to see.
you hear
Is
that?
there room in your heart for
Yeah.
a dog like me? And this is the rhetoric which creates such a stir when the dog fest happens this time of year. But here's a novel idea, just bear with me. Extend your compassion, stop your hypocrisy. I am a pig, it's plain to see. Is there room on your fork for a pig like me? What makes a pig different to a dog? Is it because they're an ugly little hog? Is it because we've always eaten in this fashion? Or is it because they can't feel compassion? Is it because pigs aren't as clever? Or because Disney says that all dogs go to heaven? A pig is as clever as a kid who's 3. They experience life like you and like me. Joy, fear and pain, it's clear they feel, yet we still condemn them to death for a 3-minute meal. So if you feel like telling me out loud that you've signed petitions and that you're proud, there's one more thing you could do. Stop paying people to murder animals for you. No one wants to hear your vegan bullshit. But this shit is only there because you're causing it. And I'm sure you're not eating a cat or a dog. What's the moral difference between a pooch and a hog? Our culture dictates that a dog is protected from hate. If you grew up in New Lynn, I'm sure a dog would be on your plate. You continue to contribute towards their superiority, reducing beings to things like the majority. And you're buying brands who torture dogs to death, Head and Shoulders to maintain your scalp health, Johnston & Johnson on a Tiowa shed, and Estee Lauder so you can smell magnificent. While we stand up for all who are condemned, not only those who feel worthy of a helping hand, we will not stop and we will not fail until every animal is freed from their jail. So sign the petitions and share the news about the Chinese and the dog abuse, but remember these stories are only made for one thing, to create cultural difference and drive division. Hate crimes towards Chinese soar every year when the stories of the Yulin Festival are here. So I'll scream from the rooftops till my lips go blue, fuck the Yulin Festival, but fuck you too.
Oh, Kev.
Brilliant.
Amazing, my friend.
Oh God, I was like tearing up then.
Yeah.
So that is, anybody can do that. You know, how did you put? Is it easy to put videos together like that? How did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, that was just a lot of footage from YouTube that was just split, cut up, and put together to kind of highlight the words. So, like things like the pig that was kind of playing football, and then that video was just 2 parts of the same video, just chopped and put closer together. So yeah, it's not that hard if you know what you're looking for. You just punch into YouTube, just search for pig intelligence testing, and that's what came up.
The Real Thing says ban on imports of animal hunting trophies set to become law in the UK. Good news, it's already law in the UK. They passed it last week, a few days ago. So no longer can bring in a 7 tigers head or a rug made out of somebody's fur. You can't have it anymore. So yeah, it's one little piece of the jigsaw being pulled away from it, and yeah, it's nice to hear that. Has anyone seen? This has piqued my interest. Has anyone seen the milk brand Bored Cow? They are producing dairy without the cow, and I've actually just had a look for this. Now I'm not sure how different it's supposed to be. We took the cow out of cow's milk. Trust us, you won't miss it.
Wow.
Contains milk protein.
What?
What?
Is this not because they found an artificial way of growing in casein now?
I think it might be.
There's some plant-based cheese providers that have been kind of trialing how they can artificially create casein from yeast.
Well, here we go. Bored Cow is a new kind of milk alternative made with real milk protein from fermentation instead of factory farming. Translation, it's real dairy without the cow. Picture a microbrewery that makes whey instead of beer. We use nutrient-rich plant fats in place of milk fat and use clean ingredients like upcycled citrus fibre to add texture and creaminess. And last but not least, we fortify with the vitamins and minerals like calcium, vitamin D and B12.
Would that be addictive though, like real queso muffin, or is it because it's version, it'll be fine?
It won't have casein morphine in. So basically, this is plant milk with a yeast-grown casein. So casein is essentially it's like a dairy sugar and protein. So you're going to get that mouthfeel, you're going to get that dairy taste without having it being anywhere near a cow.
Do you know something? I think this is really good.
This isn't even like, you get the argument with lab-grown meat, how technically you still require the use of an animal at some point to create it, in all the tests and all that sort of stuff. You don't have that argument with this product because it's being grown from yeast. They're experimenting with yeast, which is not sentient.
But yeast is alive.
Have you just said it's not sentient?
Yeah, but it's not sentient though, is it?
What about the microbes every time you wipe your surface?
Yeah, I don't know if I would end up buying it because I don't really think that there's a massive need for casein. I get my kids are on oat milk, fortified oat milk from the supermarkets. We just get the Tesco or Aldi brand because it's fortified anyway. They like the taste. I don't have that gap anymore. I don't desire that flavour. For me, oat milk just tastes like drinking the milk from the bottom of a bowl of cereals when I was a kid. So it does the job for me. It does the job for me kids.
So,
but I can see how if you're transitioning, if you want something that's exactly like dairy, tastes like it, mouthfeel very much like it, has a very similar nutrition profile, then I can see how that could be a good segue.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing about it is that it knocks we need to test it. We need to try it to see if it really is what it says on the tin, right? Because
if it takes the time, it'd be like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, but it'd be amazing because it's the final nail in the coffin of those people who say, I don't like the milk alternatives. It's not the same. No. There's you don't get no endorphin kick from dairy milk, really.
Potentially, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but if they manage to nail this, then there'd be nothing stopping, say, the soy, the almond, the coconut, the hemp, all of these other, they'd be able to incorporate it in the same way. So yeah, it'd be nailed full on going forward.
It basically sounds like a high-fat plant milk. So obviously they say they use high-fat plant matter, if you will, or plant fat in order to make it. So I'm guessing they're probably using something like avocado or nuts already to make it.
I didn't see what country it was in.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd have any interest in it. I mean, I'm more than happy with the plant-based milks as they are.
Oh, I'll have Oatly all day long. Melissa, do you have plant-based milks in Sweden? What's it like in Sweden for plant-based milks? How much choice do you have, or do you not have them at all?
We have them, yeah, but I think it's many different ones, but I'm just using the soya one.
Okay. Do you use that in your coffee or tea? Do you drink coffee or tea?
Yeah, I drink coffee, yeah. And tea, but we're not using milk in the tea here.
Oh, you have it black, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, because you are a creative artist? You're a singer. Do you want to tell us about what you used to do back in the day?
Yeah, I used to, be an artist on full time, and composer and musician. I was composing my own music and was a lot on tour, and was a very stressy life. I had my own big studio and was composing everything there with different musicians, and that was my life, So I never had a normal life really, and I don't have a normal life now either, really, even if I'm not out there.
Because you live on do you have a sanctuary? Do you have animals?
Not really. No, these animals here are free, so I'm just feeding them, but they get very tame. Too tame now, by the way. So they are just, it's full of moose here now, everywhere, and they're fighting for the food. If it comes, for example, 5-6 moose at the same time, we can have a big fight out there, and they're destroying a lot,
So
have to make sure the car is parked far away.
So you say a moose, yeah?
A moose, yeah, but it's actually the deer I want to help, because the deer cannot find any food in the snow because they're eating from the ground. But the moose is taking over because they are very dominant and big, so they scare the moose away. So that's the problem.
Vainamoinen says, "Where in Sweden are you?" I'll
I'm
call
in
you
something.
Viking Queen.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. Yes, I'm in the part of Sweden called Värmland, but I don't know if it's south or it's not north. That I know, but it's very close to the Norwegian border.
Right. Okay.
But still, I don't know if it's west. It's yeah, I'm not good at these things, if it's south or.
I'm not good at geography. I could never find algebra on the map anywhere. I used to look for it.
You mean Algeria?
No, algebra.
Yeah.
Algebra. Yeah.
This is a weak side for me. I don't know where I am, but I'm not living up to time. Huh?
So basically, you were in a band. Is that what you were telling me?
Basically, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I can. Right, sorry. So you were in a band. You toured as a band. Is that what you meant by you were a full-time musician, or were you like a session musician working in studios?
No, I was a single artist, and I used different bands.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
I got you.
And I made a very big hit already when I was very young, you know. So that's so I broke through over the night. I was growing up on a farm. No, not really. I was not. We moved to a farm when I was 11, and then my mother and father wanted to start a farm with animals. So we started just with a few animals like chickens, a goat, and not a cow, but you know, a calf and a pig. You know, we started with this few and rabbits, yeah, and then we got more and more, you know, horse and everything, and we slaughtered everything on the farm, and you know. But I was 11 years old then when we moved into the country and started with this.
So when did you make the leap to become vegan? What made you actually become a vegan?
That's not so long time ago, actually, because I suffered. I was really a little bit struggling with it. But 1 year ago, I become vegan. Yeah, 1 year ago.
Really?
It's not so long time. Yeah,
So
yeah.
So you're a fairly new vegan, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when anybody goes vegan. We all find a time in our lives when we realise that we've been brainwashed and we've been indoctrinated, and
Yeah.
everybody at different stages in their life will realise this. And when I was young, I'd never come into contact with other vegans. In fact, I never come into contact with another vegan until 5 years ago, which is like, so for 49 years of my life, I've never interacted with vegans. So yeah, it's all related to when you get exposed to the truth, which is what we're all trying to do at the moment, is trying to expose as many people to the truth so they can make an informed decision and become vegan.
Yes, I think that, you know, my own opinion about it is that I think everybody should go vegan for the animal's sake, because to torture animals to get the food, it's not right at all. So I wish, you know, we were forced to go vegan, all of us.
So you wish the law. Well, to do that, in the UK we need pretty much 30% of the UK to be vegan before we can sort of have an influential vote and get a candidate into government.
Oh my God, you are 80 million people over there, right?
Yeah, but we're only 2%. Vegans are only 2%. So we need to get to 30% to have an influence, which is going to take time and it's going to take a lot of work. But the sooner,
it's going to take a lot of work. Yeah.
Well, the sooner a lot of more people start speaking out, and this is what this stream is about tonight. It's about you guys out there in the chat, about you guys doing something, what we can do. Now, I wanted to bring you on, Viking Queen, because what you've been doing over the last few weeks is you've been asking people to write a song or a poem, to send it to you, and you've been producing music and a song out of the lyrics. And it's doing amazing. I'm going to share a couple of songs you've done. One I wrote and one Andy wrote. And we're going to play them through. So, people, have a listen to this and listen to Viking Queen. She is amazing. So let's share this. I hope this works now. Let's have a look.
Make sure you get the music on, the sound on.
Thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. I'll try my best. Here we go. So let's start from the beginning. So this is one.
Is that the right song?
Oh, that's Catherine. Catherine, no. Where's Andy's song?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Let me try and find Andy's. It's all right. I'll find it. Don't worry. Was it the first one you sent me?
I can't remember. If you just click on her profile, you should be able. It's probably easier to find it. You also be the most.
Oh, are you under me?
Am I under you?
Click on the profile and see all the videos.
That's another poem by Andy. Vigilante V. Hang on a minute. Voice of the Vikings on TikTok. Artist. Right, what's that one? Is that the one I've already got up? Let me have a look at this. Got it. Yeah. Yes, I got it. So look at you, listen, you're silent. You could be talking while I'm having these nightmares. You could all be saying
Hasn't the weather
something.
been bloody vile today?
But it wouldn't be as much fun watching you squirm, Dan, if we were all filling in for you.
Yes, without going.
Yeah, I think we've done it. Is that the one? Yes.
Atkinson.
Yes.
He's a vegan and he's fighting very, very hard for animal rights. And this is going to be his voice for the animals. When I first went vegan, I guess now with hindsight, I was just naive. I honestly thought everyone would change once they knew they'd been deceived. I thought all of those around me would align their morals with their actions too. If I opened their eyes like mine had been and showed them the horrific truth. And yet it's so really been that simple. People would much rather just ignore the infinite cycle of rights violations that are conceived by closed doors. Both physically and metaphorically, folk just seeing content in their bubbles. You see, they're not victims. And it's only when they are there's trouble. When the doctor says you got to cut this particular product out, suddenly there's zero opposition. No need to stamp and shout. You care about your own health though, so you take their advice. Changing your diet, your lifestyle, without thinking twice. Yet if a vegan were suggested doing exactly the same, you get all defensive, all stale, and you play the victim game. So do I honestly need a PhD to point out the unnecessary exploitation? Would you listen then? Or would you still deflect excuses, still type bacon? What do I need to do in order for you to at least go and check yourself? Even if you don't care about other animals, just do it for your own health. You can continue to be selfish, religious, or whatever you think's cool. Just stop contributing to the rights, violations of others, that's all. Put yourself in their position. Imagine what you would do. Would you want everyone else to be as dismissive as you? Would you want everyone to go out of their way to ignore and deflect? Make up various excuses to overlook or defend your neglect? I don't think that you would. You want justice, or at the very least out. We wouldn't be seen as preaching or forcing now when we shout. No, we wouldn't be seen as preaching or forcing now when we shout. We'd be seen as your saviors. Your only chance to be free. Yes, we'd be seen as your saviors. Your only chance to be free. And that's exactly why we do it. We just don't discriminate by species. We just don't discriminate by species. Do you get it now? 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 It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. We've been seen as your saviors. Your only chance to be free. And that's exactly what we do it. We just don't discriminate by speeches.
Awesome.
Wow. It's just so, the way it builds up, and then the passion in your voice, Viking Queen, is like, Wow, it's just like you're saying, just like I can imagine Andy just screaming those words, and you're doing it for him, and I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
The craziest thing is that poem, I was ready to bin it off, and I was like, I can't make this sound right, so that's why I passed it over and like literally just blew it
I'm
out.
glad you
water.
did,
It's
mate. Yeah.
the worst thing about being a creative soul is that you
Yeah.
always doubt yourself. You always doubt your own abilities.
Worst
And
critic, yeah.
I'm sure the Viking Queen has thrown lyrics in the bin before now and thought, no, that's no good, that's no good. And maybe if she'd have put them out there, they would have been amazing. You know, I think we've all done that.
You know,
written things down.
Yeah, I have to tell you that I grew up with a father who was an artist. He was an artist. He made big sculptures, right? So he was an artist and very much an artist soul. And he always told me that when you are done, when he was done with the sculpture or you're done with the song, he said, never sit down and feel that this is that this is good, because you have to just throw it away and make something better. Because the day you sit down and think that, oh my God, I made something really, really good, then you are done, he said. You can never sit down and say that this is the best I've done. You have to make it better.
Those
That's
are
what he said.
really wise words. My dad was an oil painter. He painted in oils and he was self-taught.
Yeah.
And I think he's the guy who gave me my ADHD gene as well. I've got a funny feeling
Yeah.
he was from some of the things my mum used to say about him. But he was a brilliant painter, and he was always, up until the point where he couldn't paint anymore, he was just constantly painting. But that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. Vainamoinen says needs more guitar. Are you a guitar player by any chance, Vainamoinen? I bet he is. Yeah, I've got rid of Curry. I've got rid of Curry off the chat because I'm sick of she doesn't make me feel good at all because it's just constant. I don't kill them personally. It's just I just don't like what she says at all. So I've got rid of her. She's a 14-year-old kid. She's talking about drinking. I just don't want to. She doesn't make me feel very good at all having her around me. So when you decide to change your tune and change your industry and become vegan, then I'll accept you. But until that point, I don't want you around. Yeah, there we go. Should we play one more and then we'll have a little chat? I want to. Is this the one? No. Let's have a look.
If you've already opened the one that's mine and the other one was Catherine's, which actually should have been Georgie, the other one's definitely you.
This one here, listen. Oh no, it's not that one. Let me have a look. Just talk about yourselves, people.
But if you go onto the page, it'll be the most recent video because obviously it was only yesterday, I think, or the day before, wasn't it? Is it yesterday, Melissa?
I found it.
Good.
Right, so this one, I did a speech for it was in Liverpool, and I did a speech and I did all about how many animals get killed per second, and I basically talked about it so many a year, so many a month, so many a day, so many an hour, so many a minute, so many a second. And by the time I finish this sentence, there's X amount of animals being killed. And it's just like crazy numbers, like 500,000 in 5 seconds. And it's just, but do you remember the T-shirt that I've got, which says Victor Alpha Golf,
Green
that
one.
one. And it says waging a war against animal abuse. It was that T-shirt that sort of inspired me to write the words to this. And I sent it to the Viking Queen. And for those of you who are not regulars on TikTok, hi, Vegan Mooncat. I'll play it for you now. This isn't ego. It is. It is ego, actually. I want you to hear it.
It is.
Because it's fucking
I'm sure
amazing,
it
actually.
is.
It's fucking amazing, man. So I'm going to play it anyway. So it's my channel. I can do what I want. I'm an arsehole.
No, you're not an arsehole.
Cancerian.
So let's just play this on.
I know in our hearts, we fight for our loved ones, as we should. But they are not here. So instead, let us fight for each other.
our brothers, created by our fathers and our mothers. Victor, Echo, Golf, Alpha, November. Doesn't take a genius to remember. We are vegans, we're fighting, and the fire in our hearts igniting. We are here with our sisters and our brothers, created by our fathers and our mothers. But we show contempt for the others, contempt for others that breathe the air and love just like us. We eat them, we beat them, we wear them, we slave them, we rape them, we murder them. For what? For what? Yeah, for what? For being non-human is a crime, punished by the most vicious methods of all time. Where the fuck do we draw the line? Yeah, where the fuck do we draw the line? Victor, Echo, Golf, Alpha, November. Doesn't take a genius to remember. We are vegan, and we're fighting, and the fire in our hearts igniting. The war on animal abuse seems never ending. Vegans constantly fighting and defending. We ain't ever going to stop the fight. No. Until the humans of this world see the light. Until the humans of this world see the light. We are here with our sisters and our brothers. Leave the animals alone to roam and live lives in freedom and harmony. On this planet we all reside. Until the humans of this world see the light, we will be here. We ain't ever going to stop the fight. Until the humans of this world see the light, we will be here. We are here with our sisters and our brothers. Alone to roam and live life. Yeah. We ain't ever going to stop the fight until the humans of this world see the light. Yeah. We will be here. Yeah. We ain't ever going to stop the fight.
Yeah.
Hey, you and Rubble agreed.
Yeah.
Even Rubble agreed.
That's the video where my mother said, "You look crazy," and I look crazy too. She said.
I think you're muted, Dan.
Dan, you're muted. Yeah.
It's muted now.
There's a blessing for everything, isn't there? Yes.
She said, "You two look crazy," she said.
Yeah, we are crazy, mate. That's why. We are crazy.
This world sent us crazy.
All creative people are crazy. If you're not crazy, you can't be creative because you can't think outside the box. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's true.
But thank you so much for doing that on behalf of me and Andy and for everyone else. So people, if you are on TikTok or you want to make an anonymous account on TikTok and you want to write some lyrics, send them over to the Viking Queen. Follow the Viking Queen. She does some amazing music.
The name of the channel, The Voice of the Vikings, okay?
The Voice of the Vikings. I'll tell you what, it'll be easier if I just share in the chat your channel. So let's talk about activism we all can do. Anybody want to go first?
Stickers.
It depends on. If you are creative, then do whatever it is that you are creative with. So you could, if you could draw something with an animal rights undertone. If you write, you could write something with an animal rights undertone. If you cook, you could just cook really fucking good plant-based food and make everyone jealous. There's so much you can do. I mean, you can do light touch activism where you just kind of reach out within your social network online. and you're just sharing some of the soft touch stuff. So even that would be activism. That could be the fact that you've made a 3-bean chili with no animal products, or you've veganized something that no one ever thought they could veganize, like I don't know, like your favorite, like a chicken parmo. I'm from the northeast, so like a parmo, we make a parmo up here. And I only ever had one before I was vegan. It was awful. So now I do a vegan version, and it's not awful. But like, share that so that people on the edge, or people that are curious, can see that actually we don't just eat rice and beans, and we can just eat, like, the kind of foods that they used to eating. They don't have to change everything. They just need to change an ingredient.
Yeah.
But yeah, like tonight I'm doing Tammy's currently, you might hear it sizzling. Tammy's currently making a chili in the background because we're just having dirty nachos tonight. So that's going to be a cashew cheese sauce with a lentil chili with nachos, and then it's just guacamole. And then we're just going to dump it all in a bowl, dump it all on top, smother it in this healthy cheese sauce, then guacamole on top.
Stop now. Stop.
Live on YouTube.
So,
My stomach has just collapsed.
Yeah.
but the thing is, though, the unhealthiest thing in that meal, not that I'm a health vegan, but the unhealthiest thing in that meal is the nachos, because everything else is whole food, plant-based. But it feels like you're having junk food.
Yeah. I mean, I love Mexican food. That's the one thing I do is just throw up chilies with black beans, because black beans are so full of protein. They're amazing.
Well,
bodybuilders, yeah, there's an absolute shitload. I think it's something stupid like 25% protein in black beans. It's one of the highest sort of content.
We forgot to get kidney beans, so ours is going to be a black bean chili tonight.
There's nothing wrong with that, mate. You don't.
They've got a very similar texture, and you can't taste them once you've got all the spices in there. So I quite like black beans anyway. To be fair, I eat loads of them.
Any questions in the chat? Just throw them up. I know Laura's got to go in 3 minutes because she's got to cook, but never mind. What about non-artistic, non-creative people? What can people like Graham, who just like have hangovers every day and but do have like a million recipes for potatoes?
So I mean, on that note there, that's a great example, because I mean, going back to sort of what you referred to earlier, Graham has now ventured into the sort of avenue of poetry. And so like, I think for a lot of people, I think this is something that everyone is capable of doing. It's just a confidence thing. And I mean, I've got the time if you wanted to message me and say, look, this is kind of like what I'm trying to say, but I'm not sure of what words to use. I'm more than happy to help with that sort of stuff. And I'm sure there'll be others that would be too. Same as if you wanted to suggest something from Melissa, but you were struggling with the words, I'm more than happy to help that. Just because I use my skills, quote unquote, to do my activism doesn't mean that I can't use them to help you do yours.
Exactly. There you go. Because it is about confidence and what I mean, you don't have to rhyme with stuff. You just have to put.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, there's so many different aspects. I mean, look at haiku, for example. Like, there's so many different other aspects of just writing, not even poetry.
I mean, you could write. You could just write a story. You could just write,
a letter to your
feelings
if you wanted to. You could write an email to a company.
What about writing a book for the children in the school? That's something that I have been thinking about. Have you done that?
Yeah,
Andy's done that.
That's kind of where I started, I guess.
Oh, have you done that?
Yeah, that's my kids' book.
Is it published?
Oh, that's good.
It's published by me. Yeah, it's self-published.
Yeah, but have you got it into the schools? It needs to get into the schools.
Yeah, the schools didn't want it.
Do you want to put it up again, Andy?
I'm trying to get it into my children's school. To be fair, I'm going to give them a copy of it and see if they're interested in putting it in the library.
That's really good. Really good. Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know that. That's cool.
So we left some in the hotel.
If you want to, you can pull the video up and do the book. It's easier than me showing you the photos. There's literally a narrated version of the entire story on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. And what about holding lectures about this subject?
Lectures about activism, or about writing books, or about poetry?
About why people should stop eating meat, for example. The cruelty.
That's what you could refer to a lot of our TikTok lives is. I mean, no one's paying us and we haven't got a stage per se, but anyone that's listening is an audience. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably, unless someone's going to sort of like book us and get in touch, a bit like Vegan Camp Out or something, and say, here, do you want to take place at this venue? I mean, me and Kev are doing some poetry at the, what is it? Is it the Vegan Music Festival?
It's the Tyneside Music and Vegan Festival in May.
So yeah, I mean, obviously stuff like that happens and you get asked to do it. But in terms of just like being able to go and do a speech or something, you obviously need somewhere to do it. And I think TikTok's a great platform for that, because it's pretty much the only place on the internet, so to speak, that you can just go live and all of a sudden you're being drip fed. Yeah, that's it. Being
One
drip
second,
fed
mate.
into the general public.
Screenshot.
Screenshot it, people. Take a note of that date. I'll be there. Laura will be there. Graham and Georgie may be there. We're all going to try and make that. So that's Saturday the 13th of May.
There's going to be some incredible creative vegan people on the stage. We've got Sweet Goose from
Oh, no,
he's got
Sweet
a
Goose.
YouTube
He's just
channel.
down the road from me.
Yeah, he's coming.
Getting
He came
the
last
credit.
year. He's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he's a friend of Mobius Loop. You should have told me. I could have got Mobius Loop to come over.
And then there's tons of really good vegan vendors there. Tyne Cheese will be there. They are always there
I
with
need
us
to try
time.
that, Kev.
Yeah, tons of freebies they give away. It's fantastic. You'll spend a fortune if you come up. But yeah, that's done by my friends or my friends from Northeast Animal Rights. It's there, and the entire festival is just to raise money for their group and for local activism. They also give some of the proceeds away to other groups that support them as well. So it's not like for profit or anything like that. It all goes back into activism.
Wow. Talking of activism, I've recently purchased some stickers from Tony. Lots of stickers. And I stick them on the back of bus chairs and things like that.
That's a really good idea. So these are stickers
think
that
we
have a
could
message
do.
on them. What sort of? Have you got any there you can show us?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me put you. Go on, flick
That's-
over.
One, there's several. Bear with me.
I think I had some of these stickers as well. Hunters, shooters, anglers, wankers. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the one that I stuck those on tram seats, on the back of tram seats and windows as well.
Did you?
So yeah,
Quite a few different ones.
yeah. So
Lovely.
that's something we can all do. Is Vayner Moynihan says he puts stickers everywhere. There's also these stickers. I think I've done a video on it. The stickers that you can get with the codes on that people can scan. And
Yes, you've got
and
those, didn't you?
you can design them yourself, and mine take you to. So let's say I want ones that I want to stick on pork, packets of pork, or I want to stick things on packets of eggs. Once you scan the barcode, which says get a discount here, so they're going to scan it, it takes you straight to the egg section of Dominion, or it takes you to the pig section of Dominion. So that's a really cool way of doing it. But you've got to be really careful in supermarkets when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's difficult when it comes to food, because you could avoid products just being chucked in the bin and they're just going to purchase new ones.
But do you know where I put them? I stick them above the price.
Yeah,
You know
that's
where they have
you're
the
best off
prices on the
sticking it on the
side.
shelf or something in the individual products. Yeah, absolutely.
Clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
So can we think of any more bits of activism for people to do? What else can we do apart from social media?
Well, even their time. I mean, anyone that feels that they haven't got a necessary skill that they could bring to the table definitely more or less has some time on their hands. So whether it's liking other people's content, sharing other people's content, or even just going volunteering your time at a sanctuary, if you're able to do that kind of thing, all of this counts as activism.
Yeah, if
That
you
is-
don't like putting your face out on camera, you can always get in touch with sort of vegan social media content creators and ask them, is there any research that you could be doing? Is there anything you could be looking up? Getting facts and figures about the different industries, stuff like that as well.
That's such a cool idea, Graham. That is a really good idea, because especially people like me who like just go and Google something, put it up on screen and then leave it. And I could just do with a folder with all this stuff in for me, you know, but I'm just not organized. I just can't be. If you could see my desktop now, it's like World War III's been here. It's just unbelievable.
Organised chaos.
Just look. This is ADHD in action. It's like, look at the state of
That's
this.
not even messy, Danny.
That's nothing. You should see my desk now. There's lyrics everywhere.
See, Danny, I'm the opposite way around. I'm incapable of being tidy, but my desk at work is immaculate. Has to be, otherwise I get too distracted by everything around us.
Don't ever invite me to your works, Kev. Don't
Danny will
ever.
go.
What about starting a radio channel? A vegan radio channel?
That'd be good.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think it's so difficult today to start your own channel. I've seen some people do it on YouTube.
Already.
That should work.
Why you got so
Danny?
quiet?
Danny's
frozen by the look of it.
He's bloody. He's
moving
good at
really, really
freezing
slowly.
though.
Yeah, that's
Really good at
That's some
Biting.
exceptional acting, Dan. Well done.
Is Danny froze? Does this mean we're going to hijack his YouTube
Oh
channel?
Oh my internet went off then.
Back in the ring.
I was just like, look, texting Andy and saying, "Oh, God, my internet's gone off. What am I going to do?" Oh my God! Do you know what? I've just
What's happening to Dan?
I've just upgraded to 600 meg. 600 meg.
It's terrible.
What's Dan saying? Is he blocked?
No,
Who blocked him?
It's slowly being walked back in.
Can you hear me?
Jesus.
Can hear
He got
you.
so shocked now.
I hope I didn't freeze like really sort of like. I hope I didn't freeze like that on the screen for everybody. You know.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
So funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that
We
is-
thought you were taking the piss as always.
Yeah, I thought you were acting at first. I thought
So
you
were
were
you
doing
lost
that like you could get
alone?
away with
Were
it.
you lost alone while I was off then?
Yeah.
He's in
it was
space
only
now.
you it froze for. I think
Oh,
everyone
thank
else
God
could
for
hear
that.
everyone.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I thought everybody had gone off because what happens is everybody just disappeared. I'm like, the only
No,
one who
just
didn't
you.
disappear was Viking Queen. That
I'm
was the
still
only
here.
person- Yeah, but on my screen you were the only one still there. It's like really weird. So
Why is the sound so weird now?
Robot.
Because he's aboard,
Yeah.
he's
Did
aboard
it-
the spacecraft has been beamed up. Although I am
Somebody
actually
got
worried
him.
about this too. Like it's
The-
seriously
The
testing
voice of
my
the animals
atheism.
got him
I get it.
up in a spaceship.
What the flipping X going
It's more
on?
The atmosphere is more calm here when Dan is not online.
Yeah.
listen, Viking Queen, you may be a Viking, right? And you may have like invaded our country a few hundred years ago, and you may have like put some of your Viking DNA in a lot of our bits because I don't have
Oh my God.
DNA on. Yeah, and I've got like 8% Viking DNA in my blood. So
Are you talking
it could
from
have-
another planet now?
No,
Are you in a
no,
Danny's
spaceship?
turning the Terminator.
no,
Why you sound like a robot?
You're joking, do I?
Nah, it's real bad. It's real bad.
You have something on your voice? You put some effect on your voice? Or are you on another planet?
I think he's just doing his best Johnny Five impression.
Is
It looks
this
weird.
at me, or is this happening? Can you hear me properly?
No,
Danny-
you're not moving. You're not
really, no.
moving,
You
Dan.
still sound like you're in a spaceship and you're still frozen.
Yeah.
I think the voice of the animals got him now.
This is bad.
They said the trial was over. So they took Dan.
Have to jump off in a second, 'cause we'll
They
have to
took
get to
Dan
this
now.
Sorry, man,
I
I got
don't want to
to
leave Dan frozen in time.
Oh no! Oh my
He's
God,
frozen.
What is going on?
Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah, we're going in.
What's happening?
do you know what it is? If Dan was the other side of this freezing situation, he would be causing havoc on somebody else's
Oh,
channel.
Guaranteed.
It may well be that his internet's struggling by the look of it. He's just sent me a message. So
Yeah, it
I'm
could
not
be.
sure how I can end it, but if everyone wants to at least say goodbye, then
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to have to shoot now anyway because I need to get the kids sorted for bed and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't feel so guilty about leaving now.
Yeah, if it crashes, then you just have to close the window after everyone said bye. So bye for me anyway. Thank you everyone for joining
Oh, now
us.
you freeze too? You freeze a little bit, Andy.
Oh, Andy did. I didn't see him through.
Yeah, just for a
No, I
moment.
saw it on mine. Oh, thumbs up from Danny.
What is Dan doing now?
Oh, he's coming back. Is he coming back? Is he coming back?
Am I back? Am I back? No.
Your voice
No.
is, but not your picture.
Okay, well, we were only going to do an hour anyway, but listen, thank you for Vegan Graham for calling. Thank you for Friendly Vegan. Thank you, Plant Powered Dad. I'm doing it really quick in case the internet dies again. Thank you, Andy, so much. The Vegan Viking, the Viking Queen, I think you're amazing. I really love what you're doing. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a haphazard sort of stream this week, but we'll soon iron these problems out and we'll be slick next week. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. You can catch us all here, and hopefully, one point during these next few months, we will get Graham without a hangover.
Brian.
Next week. That's what you said last
Actually,
week.
you should use this effect next time as well, because it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, if you want to make sure that Graham always has a hangover, join us for bingo on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Save the animals, save the planet, save yourself, everybody. Go
Thank you.
vegan.
See you later.
Peace.
Bye. Bye.
Hi, guys.
Bye.